Doctors across Houston are on alert after finding out that an airline passenger has the measles.
And breaking now, we've just learned that Galveston County health officials are joining this investigation after learning 6 residents might have been exposed.
The CDC says the virus is highly contagious. Doctors say one person can infect as many as 18 people because the virus is airborne.
Our Melissa CORREA is at Hobby Airport, where that passenger in question had 2 layovers. What did you find out today, Mel?
Well, Len, the reason so many people love Southwest Airlines is also the reason why Houston area doctors are now on alert. See, if you've ever flown Southwest, you know that you're free to sit anywhere around the plane. And because of that, staff are now trying to identify the hundreds of people who took one of those flights with that sick passenger, making sure hundreds of people are not contracting the measles.
The story's not going away.
Dr. Peter Hotez with the Baylor College of Medicine tracks the measles.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, the measles virus can last in the air for 2 hours.
And when you're talking about quick plane flights through Texas, 2 hours is a long time. On August 21st, the state's health department confirmed an adult from North Texas boarded a Southwest plane in Dallas. They had a layover in Houston before boarding another plane for Harlingen. The next day, that same passenger made the same trip back up to Dallas. The state says the passenger was diagnosed with the measles after the flight. There's a chance the passenger was never vaccinated against one of the most contagious viruses. More than 350 people were on board one of those 4 flights, 27 Houstonians. The city's health department just put doctors on alert.
We want to make sure that if they suspect a case, that they let us know immediately so we can do some follow-up.
Most people get vaccinated as a kid. The CDC reports the vaccine is about 97% effective. A simple blood test can check your immunity and help you figure out if a booster shot is needed later in life. But in Texas, parents can opt out of having their child vaccinated.
With this Southwest incident, it's already been 2 weeks, so usually we start seeing measles cases after 2 weeks. So maybe we'll get lucky this time around, but this is going to be a recurring problem now.
While airports and airlines do wipe down surfaces, ridding the air of something like the measles or even the flu is a whole different story. And listen, Len, this afternoon I'm in a conversation with Southwest Airlines. They reminded me of the ways that they do clean the plane. So in between every flight staff will go through, pick up trash and do a cleaning like that. When the flight or the plane is parked for the night, that's when a deep cleaning occurs. I did ask them about air quality, and I asked the state health department about that too, because the measles, like we mentioned, can live in the air for up to 2 hours. But right there now, there aren't any health or federal requirements that require airlines to do anything extra. It's kind of like it's in the air for 2 hours, Len, and then poof, it's gone.
In your interview with Dr. Hotez, what exactly did he mean when he said this is going to be a reoccurring problem?
Well, we mentioned the fact that parents in at least 18 states across the country can now opt out of having their children vaccinated. And those vaccines work. 97% of the time, they keep someone from contracting the virus. But internationally, the World Health Organization, Len, is tracking an outbreak in Europe. More than 40,000 people have contracted the measles so far this year. And so Dr. Hotez is just referencing how we're seeing this a lot more in 2018.
Yeah, it's surprising and frightening. It makes you wonder why people wouldn't stay home when they are sick.
Absolutely. I asked the same thing because I thought, listen, if you've got the measles, why would you pack a bag and get on a plane? But here's the thing. One, Len, it takes 2 weeks for you to have symptoms after you've contracted the virus, and even then the beginning of the symptoms, it's so common cold. We're talking fever, body aches, and a runny nose. It's not until you get this rash, if you haven't seen it, Google measles rash, that people realize that maybe something is up. But yeah, it all starts so simple.
Yeah, Mel, thank you. That's why health officials are on alert 2 weeks after those flights. CORREA, thank you. Appreciate you for the update.